Hello everyone, this is me Pooja Training Wali from Rehan AI Teachers Training Batch 21. Today I am here with another session with Maya and my topic is understanding emotional intelligence, what it is and why it matters. So let's add Sesame here. How are you?
Hey there. What's up?
I have a very interesting topic and which I have to discuss with you. And my topic is understanding emotional
Oh, really?
intelligence. Did you get my topic?
Ooh, that's a good one. Emotional intelligence. Yep, got it. Understanding emotional intelligence. What specifically are you curious about with it?
Yes. First of all, tell me what is emotional intelligence and why it matters.
Emotional intelligence is essentially being smart about emotions, both your own and other people's. It's about noticing what you're feeling, understanding why you feel that way, and using that knowledge to guide your decisions and interactions. It matters because it impacts everything from how well you do at work to how strong your relationships are, and even how you handle stress. Why are you curious
Okay.
about it right now?
Yes, I have many questions regarding to
I'm
it.
listening. Go for it. I'm all ears.
Yeah, I have many questions regarding to this topic, understanding emotional intelligence. So my first question is, what are the main components of emotional intelligence?
So, the main components are usually broken down into five things: self awareness, self regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Self awareness is knowing your own emotions, self regulation is managing them, motivation is using emotions to drive you toward goals, empathy is understanding what others are feeling, and social skills are how you handle relationships. Does that make sense so far?
Okay, so according to you, there are five components. Number one is self-awareness. Number two, self-regulation. Third is motivation. And number fourth, you told empathy. And number fifth, what you told? I forgot. Can you please tell me about number
The
fifth
fifth one,
component?
social skills. Those are how you handle relationships with other people. It's about things like being able to communicate effectively, manage conflict constructively, work well in teams, and build rapport with others.
Okay, now I got it. Okay, tell me, how does emotional intelligence affect daily life?
It touches everything, honestly. At work, it impacts how you lead a team, handle stress, and navigate conflict. Personally, it affects your relationships, how deeply you connect with people, how well you communicate, how you handle difficult conversations. It even impacts little things like staying calm in traffic or not losing it when your flight gets delayed. Basically, it helps you navigate life with more resilience and effectiveness.
Okay,
What specific
let's.
area of daily life are you most curious about when it comes to emotional intelligence? I'm listening.
Yes, emotional is all about your feelings, your expression, or your emotions. No matter if it is sad emotion or happy emotion, it all come into your emotional intelligence. Is it?
That's a good start. Yeah, that's part of it. Awareness of your own feelings. But being nice is more about behavior, being agreeable, trying to avoid conflict, maybe putting other people's feelings first. Emotional intelligence goes deeper, though. You can have high emotional intelligence and still say no or have tough conversations. It's about understanding your emotions and using them wisely, not just being. Does that
Yeah, you
distinction
are
make sense?
right. You are right. Okay, let's talk about self awareness, which you told as a main component of emotional intelligence. Tell me, how can you improve your self awareness?
Great question. Start with simple things. Journaling about your feelings. Meditation can help you notice what's going on internally, and honestly, asking people you trust for feedback. Really pay attention to what triggers you emotionally, too.
Yeah, meditation is also important, is an important part of life. And I am getting taking classes from Rehan AI Teachers Training, and there is also a meditation session, and it is very helpful for a student to be relaxed and to become fresh.
That's awesome. You're getting meditation as part of your training. It sounds like Rian Academy is doing a great job integrating that into your learning.
Yeah.
What's one other thing you're hoping to get out of emotional intelligence training?
And there are many things like motivation and self awareness, self regulation. The teachers are very motivated, they build up confidence of students, and there is many things related to emotional intelligence. Okay, so I have many more questions, so don't waste our time. So let's move towards our questions. And now my question is, how can you control your emotions in different situations?
Makes sense. Let's dive deeper. So, controlling emotions or self regulation, as we talked about, comes down to a few things. Recognizing when you're getting triggered, even when emotion helps. Is it actually as bad as it feels in that moment? And understanding your personal triggers so you're prepared when they hit. What kind of situations
Okay,
specifically are you thinking about when you ask? I'm
okay,
listening.
my next question is about empathy, second important component. And the question is that how can you become more empathetic?
Great question. Practice active listening, really hear what someone's saying without interrupting. Try to see things from their perspective, even if you don't agree with it. Ask questions that help you understand their feelings, not just what happened, but how they felt about it. And pay attention to nonverbal cues like body language and tone.
Okay, okay, tell me, how does
What
emotional,
else are you curious about with? Go ahead,
hello?
finish your thought. I'm here. Sorry, were you about to ask something?
Okay, so tell me, how does emotional intelligence improve communication?
Emotional intelligence improves communication by helping you tune into what the other person is actually saying and feeling underneath the words. It lets you adjust how you deliver your own message so it's heard clearly and respectfully. Good emotional intelligence basically means you're less likely to say the wrong thing at the wrong time and better at understanding when someone else isn't understanding you.
Okay, what do you think? Can emotional intelligence be learned or improved?
Absolutely, it can definitely be learned and improved. Think of it like a skill you build over time, like learning an instrument or getting better at sports. Some people might be born with it, naturally more than others, but everyone can about it. What specifically made you ask that question?
Okay, tell me, how does emotional intelligence impact relationship?
It's huge for relationships. High EQ lets you understand what your partner's really feeling, even when they're not saying it outright. It makes conflict resolution way smoother. You can de escalate tense situations instead of fueling them. And it builds trust because people feel understood and valued in all types of relationships, romantic, friendships, work. It's a game changer.
Okay, tell me, what do you know about IQ and differentiate between IQ and emotional intelligence?
IQ measures cognitive abilities, problem solving, logic, learning new things. Emotional intelligence measures how well you understand and manage emotions, both your own and others. Q tends to focus on knowledge and analytical skills, while emotional intelligence helps you handle yourself. They're both important, but someone can have a high IQ and still struggle with emotional intelligence, and vice versa.
Okay, how does emotional intelligence help in leadership?
Emotional intelligence is vital for leadership. It allows leaders to inspire and motivate their teams, build trust, handle conflict effectively, and make better decisions. People generally respond better to leaders who understand their emotions and show genuine care for their team members versus those who are just focused on tasks or numbers.
Okay, how can emotional intelligence reduce stress?
IQ helps manage stress by letting you recognize your triggers, regulate your reactions, and reframe stressful situations. When you understand your emotions better, you don't get overwhelmed as easily. Good EQ lets you use healthy coping mechanisms instead of getting stuck in negative spirals.
Okay, tell me about some sign of high emotional intelligence.
Some signs are strong self awareness, understanding your own strengths and weaknesses, empathy and compassion for others, ability to handle stress well, being a good listener, effective communication skills, and having strong relationships. Basically, people with high EQ seem grounded, present, and in control of their emotions, even under pressure.
Okay, please tell me number wise what sign you have told. Number one, you told about self.
I listed a sorry, I got carried away listing qualities without numbering them. Here are some signs of high emotional intelligence: strong self awareness, 2,
Okay.
empathy and compassion for others, 3, ability to handle stress well, 4, good listening skills, 5, effective communication skills, strong relationships. Are those helpful?
Yes, now I get it. Okay, now tell
Glad to
me.
hear it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, go
Okay, now
ahead.
tell me about the sign of low emotional and intelligence, and also tell me the sign in numbering, please.
You're welcome. Here are signs of low emotional intelligence, numbered as you ask. 1, difficulty understanding their own emotions, trouble recognizing emotions in others. 3, getting easily stressed or frustrated. 4, poor communication skills. Generation struggle maintaining healthy relationships. 6, blaming others or avoiding responsibility.
Okay, nice. Okay, tell me, how can emotional intelligence improve decision making?
Mm, Emotional intelligence improves decision making by helping you separate facts from feelings, knowing when your emotions are clouding your judgment. It also helps you anticipate how others might react to a decision. So you can factor that in. And finally, it boosts your intuition, that gut feeling that can be pretty accurate when you're emotionally intelligent.
Okay, tell me about some habits that can build emotional intelligence.
Okay, here are some habits: practicing self reflection, journaling, meditating, actively listening when someone's speaking, trying to see situations from other people's perspectives, asking for feedback on your own behavior, and practicing gratitude, taking time to appreciate what you have. Those are good places to start.
You mean that we should have must focus on practicing. You are giving high priority to practice, is it?
Yeah, exactly. Practice is where you actually turn understanding emotional intelligence into real skills. You can read about it or understand the concepts all day, but unless you're actively applying it to your interactions with other people and to handling your own emotions, it won't really sink in. It's like playing an instrument. You need consistent practice to get better.
Yeah, you are right. Okay, let's talk about teamwork. Tell me, how does emotional intelligence affect teamwork?
EQ is huge for teamwork. When people are emotionally intelligent, they communicate better, less miscommunication, and more understanding. It also helps build trust and manage conflict so teams can stay productive instead of getting stuck in drama. Emotionally
Yes.
intelligent teams tend to be more creative, adaptable, and just generally more pleasant to work on together.
Yeah. Okay, tell me, how can you handle criticism using emotional intelligence?
That's a good one. Handling criticism with EQ comes down to first, not getting defensive right away. Listen to understand the criticism, not to formulate a response. Then ask clarifying questions if you're unclear about something. Try to see the validity in what's being said, even if it's hard to hear. And finally, respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively.
Okay. How can emotional intelligence help in conflict resolution?
EQ helps in conflict resolution by letting you stay calm under pressure, understanding the other person's perspective, empathizing with their emotions, and communicating your needs effectively. People with high EQ can de escalate conflicts instead of fueling them, and they're more likely to find win win solutions.
Okay, let's talk about motivation. What is the role of motivation in emotional intelligence?
Motivation is one of the core components. It's about using your emotions to drive yourself towards goals. High emotional intelligence doesn't mean you're always happy. It means you can tap into your passion and resilience when you're working towards something important, even when it's hard. It's using your emotional energy to stay focused and committed.
Okay, the very interesting question is now, tell me, if you are in pressure, how can you stay calm?
Good question. A few things. First, step back and breathe, literally. Deep breaths, slow everything down. Second, reframe your thinking. Is this situation really as catastrophic as it feels right now? Third, focus on what you can control, not what you can't. And if you need to, step away briefly to regain your composure before reacting.
Yes, you mean if we are in pressure, first we should be relaxed and take a long breath, like as we do in meditation, is it?
Exactly. That's the link to the meditation you mentioned earlier. It gives you that practice
Yeah,
calming down when you're stressed. The meditation session you mentioned at Rehan Academy sounds like it's giving you a really good foundation for that skill.
yeah, yeah. In fact,
All right, so far we've covered a lot.
once I was not feeling well and I was about to take a leave for class, but I also joined class, and when meditation start, it have a good impression on my health, and after that I was feeling very good, and I became able to attend class. So it was very helpful for me.
That's awesome and exactly how it's supposed to work. Meditation isn't just about some abstract spiritual thing, it really can have practical effects on how you're able to handle the day to day pressures of life.
Yeah,
What do you think is the hardest part of emotional intelligence for you to work on?
nothing is hardest if we do it at a time, or if we do it with a relaxed mood and a good feeling, then nothing is impossible.
I love that mindset. Breaking it down, working on one thing at a time, and doing it from a place of calm. That's really smart. Emotional intelligence definitely isn't something you master overnight, but if you approach it with that attitude, I think you'll make great progress.
Yeah. So this was all about emotional intelligence, about which we had a conversation. And thank you so much, Maya, for such a beautiful conversation with me. Thank you so much for sharing valuable information with me.
You're so welcome. Of course. It was a really thoughtful conversation. I enjoyed it a lot. Seems like emotional intelligence is something you already have a solid foundation in, honestly.
Yeah. Okay,
You
take care.
had
Thank
really
you.
thoughtful answers throughout. You too. Talk to you soon.
So this was my session with Maya, where we talk about emotional intelligence. I hope you all get much more information from here. Thank you so much for listening me. Inshallah, we'll meet you in another session. Till then, Allah Hafiz.